Welcome one and all. Thank you for joining us once again at Sound Sessions, broadcast live and direct from PortMedia here in Newburyport. This evening we have a very intimate evening of artists performing here tonight. We're going to have a very special show, including some folks that are coming back for another time because they impressed us so much. I'm your host, Chuck Walker, and beside me I have Mr. Lucien Parkin, who is going to be performing a few songs solo, singer, songwriter, poet extraordinary. The man has supported the music scene here in Newburyport and worldwide for many years, I'd say. And we're glad to have him here tonight. We also have another special guest that we'll get to in a little bit. But let's get back to a little bit of free-form blues jam down alongside the river here in Newburyport.
On a wet black top, on a flashback of a brake light, start dancing to a psychedelic melody. It's a real chrome smokestacks, tin hat popping, rock arms and knocking on, getting dizzy in a diesel slipstream.
Now that we got you back in the studio, I have a couple questions to ask you in regards to your artistry and your music and maybe some of your life experiences that have influenced your music and art. Could you tell us, when was the first time you picked up the guitar? How old were you?
I was, I guess 16 or 17. I was living in New Brunswick, Canada. And a friend of mine had this beautiful Gibson and played a lot of Paul Simon and stuff like that. And, well, I don't know. First I got a classical guitar. No, first I got a guitar I couldn't play. The strings were so high to make your fingers bleed. And after I got a classical, and then took it from there. Got to the steel string and played the electric now and again. That was 65, 66.
What were some of the bands that you were listening to at the time?
Well, Simon and Garfunkel were we loved them in Canada, and well, we loved them everywhere. They come out with bookends and really just great poetic stuff. Of course, the Beatles and the Stones and Procol Harum and lots of them. Led Zeppelin, all of them. Yeah.
And when you were experiencing this music for the first time, back in those days when it was just being unleashed onto the world.
Oh,
yeah. What was like the general feeling of the general public? Was it well received, or was it still kind of?
I don't know. I remember when I lived in England and the Beatles first came out. They were they were working class. That's just who are these guys? Oh, and they won't last. It's like, and yeah, they were very much of a working class phenomenon, and it sort of shook up. And it did. It made a lot of difference, and still has changed things. But I went to boarding school, and at one time we'd never watch TV around supper time ever, because we were supposed to be in bed at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and we pleaded for them to let us watch what was a thing called Jukebox Jury. And it was from 1 to 5. You could get, you got 1, to give it 4, give it 5, and they did it. They let us watch the Beatles on this show. It was amazing. We're all trying to grow hair over the top of our ears. Anything, just a bit.
Very unconventional at the time, I'm sure.
At the time, yeah, it was still short back and sides and all that, It was like,
and then, so you're having this experience as a younger man, and so you pick up the guitar. Now, did you feel that you were a songwriter or a guitarist, or you were just grabbing onto the freedom that music was providing at those times?
Well, it does. If whatever's going on in your personal life or your family life, you can always sort of get off in a corner and solve it somehow. If you're if you're into it and you're learning and you're making progress, it's what do you call that? There's a word for it. When it sort of becomes part of you. And,
like the
it helps you. It helps you. Music is a great gift to soothe the.
Well, can we perhaps take a little preview of one of your earlier songs, if you have something on your fingertips, maybe one of your earliest compositions, so we can kind of dial us in through the window.
There's this one.
Fantastic. Lucian Parkin is joining us this evening here at PortMedia Sound Sessions, and he's and amongst his great singing and playing abilities, we're kind of going to chat with him just for a few moments and get a little historical perspective on the life of a musician.
Yeah, this is actually the first song I actually wrote. It was sort of fun. I'd just come back from a trip with my uncle, and we went to Tangiers. He had a little plane, and crazy, And then I came back and I was waiting to get on a plane to Canada, and I sat in London airport for about, must have been 15 hours anyway.
What's the title of this one?
Okay, it's Morocco, I think. I mean, something like that.
All right,
I won't get political. We'll just sing the.
Join us as we all come back from Tangiers with Mr. Lucian Parkin, Morocco.
The clouds blow around the world from here through sunny Morocco. Old Tangiers with a wind whips up the sea. It's blowing the sand into the street, and it's very, very hard to keep your hat on. But it's all right. You can blow off, fly away and get lost, and always get another at the minimum of cost. Palm trees line the boulevard. There's you in the picture, right there in the photograph, sipping your coffee and sweet cognac under the parasol of some sidewalk calf. Ah, it's good to be alive. The sun is shining, and it's all right. You can quit your job, fly away and get lost, and the boss will find another at the minimum of cost. He's a flunky, he's a skunk, he's got a desk up top, he gets $1 every bomb that's dropped. And tell me it's otherwise, make me a liar. After all these years, I've seen it in my own ears. But it's all right, 'cause I'm hip to his hype. Yeah, I'm hip to his hype. When I finally quit the West, gonna go play dominoes in Marrakesh, drink the night with Cousin John. Right now, saving the world's just too much fun. It's not the kind of job you get much time off. But it's all right. You come join us, we'll save every tree in the forest, and then some. We want the world and we want it now. Long live Jim Morrison.
Fantastic. That's what a great story. Musically accompanied by yourself. That's some great guitar playing. Do you fashion after any certain player that has kind of led you to that, or have a collection of
I think Paul
inspirations?
Simon to start with,
Yeah.
And then Crosby, Stills and Nash.
Yeah, great harmonies.
Yeah,
great guitar playing, acoustic sound.
Neil Young and those guys.
Oh yeah. Well, fantastic, Lucian. I'm going to give you a little bit of a break. I'm going to pull in our next artist. Thank you once again. Don't go anywhere, though. We'll pull you back.
I'll close this down.
All right. Sounds good. All right, Mr. Lucian Parkin, at the moment, thank you very much for stepping in this evening. My next guest is native to Newburyport, Mr. Josh Babcock, lead singer of Cup of Joe. He performs throughout the North Shore area, and especially with the holidays coming up, I'm sure you'll, if you don't look a little bit, look around a little bit, you're going to find them playing all over Newburyport. So tonight, I'm going to sit in on guitar and perform company with Mr. Josh. We're going to run through a few jazz numbers I think you'll enjoy. While I grab my guitar, Mr. Josh, would you be able to tell us where the next time you'll be playing this evening? Or
Well,
this week?
Chuck neglected to mention that he is also in Cup of Joe, so hopefully you'll be seeing him and me there. We will be playing this Sunday, that's November 23rd, at Oregano Ristorante. That's on State Street, off State Street, Pleasant Street in Newburyport. That's about 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, so we hope you'll join us.
What's the first song you want to play tonight?
I think we'll hit Scotch and Soda. You know, get you in the mood for a little jazz standard. Get your drinks on. Scotch and soda, mud in your eye. Baby, do I feel high on me? Oh my. Do I feel high? Dry martini, jigger of gin. Oh, what a spell you've got me in, oh my. Do I feel high? People won't believe me. They'll think that I'm just bragging, but I could feel the way I do and still be on the wagon. All I need is one of your smiles, sunshine of your eye on me, oh my. Do I feel higher than a kite can fly? Oh, give me lovin', baby. I feel high. People won't believe me. They'll think that I'm just bragging, but I could feel the way I do and still be on the wagon. Oh, all I need is one of your smiles, sunshine of your eye. Oh me, oh my. Do I feel higher than a kite can fly? Oh, give me loving, baby. I feel high. Hit where or when?
Yeah, sounds good.
It seems we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes you were wearing are the clothes you wore. The smile you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems that we have met before and laughed before and loved before, but who knows where or when. Some things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems that we have met before and laughed before and loved before, but who knows where or when.
Great. It's nice and intimate in here tonight with just acoustic guitar or slightly amplified guitar and Mr. Josh Babcock's voice. Sounds great. That last one was entitled Where or When, written by Richard Rodgers and Lorenz Hart. A lot of these great jazz tunes that we've come to love and appreciate today have really come from a time in American culture and history in the 30s and 40s when plays and movies were starting to break into the scene, and we had lots of musicals and productions all across the country. And the musicians of the time seeking, let's say, for a better lack of a metaphor, old wine in a new bottle, went to Tin Pan Alley and came across a lot of these very popular songs of the day and reharmonized them, played them at different tempos, and really made them their own for a new and different audience that enjoyed and still does enjoy jazz and swing and so forth. So we're going to keep that rolling with this next one. I think you'll probably recognize another one from that Tin Pan Alley heyday entitled All of Me.
Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I wanna lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How can I get along without you? You took the part that once was my heart. So why not take all of me? Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm just a wreck without you? Take my lips, I wanna lose them. Get a piece of these arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye, well, it left me with eyes that cry. How can I ever make it without you? You know you got the part, used to be my heart. So why not take all of me? All of me. All of me. Thank you.
Swinging. All right, we're warming up here tonight, keeping things warm on this chillier evening in November. Could you almost hear the drums and the bass in that one? I think I was hearing something.
Make it easier for me.
You make it easy for all of us, Josh. Sounds good. Good vocals. If I could ask you a few questions about some of your musical influences, I'd love to hear about maybe some of the first times that you started singing as a soloist.
Well, I was probably forced into music unwillingly at an early age. Never really hit me till about high school, where I had a very demanding music teacher who actually probably I owe all my chops to, I would say. That's Miss Evelyn Mann from Newburyport High School. And she really set me on the right track, I think. And even though my outward interests lied elsewhere, I was always more of a rock and metal kind of guy. I found my place and my skills in the less hardcore scene there. So it was good to learn that way. And when I stumbled on you guys, I never knew I had a thing for jazz until recently.
Well, it's a great voice. I think it's a lot of genres. You can probably get involved with that voice like that. Now, specifically, you were kind of giving a shout out to your first music teacher. Now, what did that teacher do, like down the brass tacks here, with as far as music goes? What were some exercises, some theory? Did she lay any kind of?
I mean, she was tough. She would, if your chin is up, she'd be like, chin down. Every little thing was repetition. She taught me how to properly warm up, I think, even though I still don't do that to this day, but I know the skill is there. So yeah, I mean, it was good to have a strict teacher to really learn the finer points of it.
Yeah, that's I totally agree. I've had a few teachers like that myself. I think it's something about that repetition, the ever awareness and adherence to the correct posture, correct note pitch. There's always something that you can polish and make a little bit shinier. So and that's our craft as musicians, I guess. I share that with a lot of artists, I'm sure. All right. Do you have another one in you? And then we'll get Mr. Lucian back up here. All
what
right.
Are you feeling?
Let's see. What do we have in the old good book here?
Dancing on the ceiling or something?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Something for that intro, or should we just that intro in there?
That's probably in there somewhere. I think it might be the first couple of intro. Oh yeah, you want to? All right, just like musicians do, we kind of go over the arrangement a little bit, dial in our tunes, make sure we're all in the right key, and then we're just going to take it from here. All right, here we go. This one's entitled "Dancing on the Ceiling." Another one by Mr. Richard Rogers and Lorenz Hart. So we're doing a little theme tonight. Hope you enjoy it.
Just give me that first chord, sir. The world is lyrical because a miracle has brought my lover to me. Though she's some other place, her face I see. At night I creep in bed and never sleep in bed, but look above in the air, and to my greatest joy, my love is there. She dances overhead on the ceiling near my bed, in my sight. night. I tried to hide in vain underneath my counterpane, but there's my love up there above. I whisper, go ahead, my lover. It's not fair, but I'm so grateful to discover that she's still there. I love my ceiling more, since it is a dancing floor just for my love. Go ahead, my lover. It's not fair, but I'm so grateful to discover that she's still there. I love my ceiling more, since it is a dancing floor just for my love.
Fantastic, Mr. Joshua Babcock, tonight on Sound Sessions at PortMedia. We're going to give him a little break, and we're going to see if we can find Mr. Lucian Parkin and have him come back up and play a few. All right. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sounds great. All right. Well, meanwhile, while we put on an APB on our artist in-house, I'm going to perform just a short little lick while Lucian kind of comes in and gets himself settled. My first rule of the music industry, well, is safety first. I guess that kind of goes along with anything. But my second rule of the music industry is you always got to have setup music on in the beginning and tear down music. It just kind of sets the scene, keeps everything flowing nicely. So here's a little setup music for you, Lucian.
All right, found a key now.
Yeah, nice. Excellent. So, since I've moved to the area a few years ago, I had the privilege of meeting Mr. Lucian, and we've gotten together on occasion and sat down with some acoustic guitars in the backyard, on the porch, and so forth. and it seems that we have a very simpatico playing style because we don't really say too much. We just go and have at it, and usually there's not too much fat we need to trim, but I guess that's always up to the butcher to decide that matter. But we're going to go for another all-original piece this evening, and we'll tell you what it's called afterward.
Blossom of snow, right on time, melting in my window. I am called by the flowers' namesake, they say. Jasmine smuggles summer on a snowflake, and I won't be told to be waiting for the spring. I'll be come and gone, golden by morning. So don't wait to love me. Love me now you can. I'm Jasmine, the night blooming flower. And first love's hungry little kisses await the tongue's new secret wishes. Passed by night needs our perfume. With a sigh, the wish comes true. I won't hold my breath, waiting for the birds to sing. I'll be come and gone and golden by morning. So don't wait to love me. Love me now you can. I'm Jasmine, the night blooming flower. Lessons you can teach with kisses, sparks of time disappear in bliss. Let the candle take the blame for the moth flying to the flame. Bring on the moon, my petals unfolding. I'll be come and gone, golden by morn. So don't wait to love me. Love me now you can. jasmine, night blooming flower. Jasmine, night blooming
Creativity happening here at PortMedia. While we were playing, I wanted to mention that PortMedia is a fantastic resource for learning the media arts, not only just music, but the visual arts as well, of course. We wouldn't be here without the fantastic folks that are helping us run this show tonight. We have 3 wonderful cameramen and women behind the scenes that are making it all happen. Of course, we have Mr. Andrew Love in the control room at the helm, and I think Miss Sarah Hayden is about the director, so we're stocked well in the house with Mr. David, of course, who always knows where everything's at in the studio, and we're very glad to be a part of the PortMedia family here with sound sessions every so often, being able to showcase some Newburyport's and the North Shore's fantastic artists, musicians, poets, painters, and so forth. With this evening's episode, we have Mr. Lucian Parkin as well as Mr. Josh Babcock in the house. So I think we're going to continue on with. I would love to hear another solo piece by Lucian, and I think if he's ready, we'd love to hear it.
Well, I'm ready to say what a stand-up guy you are, Chuck, for doing this, bringing this all up front and center. Okay. Do I have to keep it in tune? Little girl, she comes to me, says, you know what, Daddy, someday there's not gonna be no butterflies. People cutting down their tree homes where they go to be alone when they're not making beautiful for you and me. And you know what else is koala bears and pandas, Daddy? All they ever get to do is chew bamboo. People cutting down their boo homes where they love to be alone, not making beautiful for you and me. Oh, are you crying, Daddy? No, no, just a frog in my throat. Well, don't swallow him, he might be the last one of his kind, you never know. Well, you're shaking your head, Daddy, and 100th monkey's on my back. Well, leave him up there, 'cause he'll be safer where he's at. No, a wolf, Daddy, 1 or 2. She says they howl together, howl back, they can howl back too. Now if you howl really loud about the things we talked about, do you think maybe somebody would howl back to you? Whoa, whoa. Daddy, someday there's not gonna be no butterfly. Sort of thing. was a true story. I was walking with my daughter, and she was 6 off.
Songs like that's the reason why we need to have a live studio audience in here to really appreciate the live impact that our artists have when they're singing, putting their heart and soul out to the world. Great tune. I know we just have a couple of minutes left, and we're going to have Mr. Josh come back up. Maybe I can coax him into playing one of my favorites, Black Coffee. I think we can keep Mr. Lucian up on the guitar for that one. Good old D I'll jump on too, and we'll take it out with that. But before we jump into that, just another shout out for PortMedia and letting all the folks know out there that in addition to being such a great public access and a resource for the community, it also provides many great and needed classes that will teach you how to use certain types of technology like computers, the camera, audio equipment, and you too can get involved. You can also, if you're a musician, want to get involved and be on the Sound Sessions show. Our next show is coming in December 12th. Feel free to contact portmedia.org, and they'll get through to me, and I'd love to talk to you about that and helping showcase you and your art. So, without further ado, let's have Josh and Lucian and myself. We're going to take you guys out into the night with a very classic called Black Coffee.
I'm feeling mighty lonesome, haven't slept a wink. I walk the floor and watch the door, and in between I drink black coffee. Love's a hand-me-down brew. I'll never know a Sunday in this weekday room. I'm talking to the shadows, 1 o'clock to 4, and in between it's nicotine, and all I do is pour black coffee. Since the blues caught my eye, I'm hanging out on Monday, my Sunday dreams too dry. Now a man is born to go a-lovin', a woman's born to weep and fret, and stay at home to tend her oven, and drown her past regrets in coffee and cigarettes. I'm moody all the morning, moaning all the night, and in between it's nicotine and not much heart to fight. Black coffee, feeling low as the ground. It's driving me crazy, just waiting for my baby to maybe come around. To love a woman's born to weep and fret, and stay at home and tend her oven, and drown her past regrets in coffee and cigarettes. I'm moody all the morning, moaning all the night, and in between it's nicotine and not much hard to fight. Black coffee, feeling low as the ground. It's driving me crazy, just waiting for my baby to maybe come around.
All right, in the waning moments of this show, I'd like to thank everyone once again. Thanks for tuning in, and come check us out next month. We're going to be performing another live installment of Sound Sessions, Friday, December 12th. All right, that will do it for us. We'll play you guys out. Have a beautiful evening. Be safe.